Hey, I'm Chris Ewing, Sales and Marketing Director for American Bicycle Group. I'd like to talk to you about the new Litespeed C1R, latest and greatest road bike. Litespeed launched the Archon Carbon series last year. The C1R is the development of that line. For 2011, we've reduced the weight of the frame by 150 grams. We've increased the head tube stiffness by 16% by using a different carbon layup and a process we call reactive pressure molding. We carefully control the quality of the inside of the carbon head tube using a polyurethane sleeve. That allows us to massively increase the stiffness of the head tube area and just improve the ride quality of the bike. One of the very difficult things to do on an aero road bike is to make the head tube stiff, because the critical point is how thin the head tube is. It's easy to make a stiff carbon bike with a huge head tube, but it has a huge effect on aerodynamics. So the internal molding process that we've used keeps the frame aero but keeps the head tube very stiff. That's one of the key features of the bike. Moving down to the down tube of the bike, we use something called a shrouded bottle mount. A lot of bikes in the marketplace today are aerodynamic, but not in real world conditions. You'll see a huge amount of bikes from leading manufacturers with a teardrop shaped aerodynamic down tube. It's great, it works, but as soon as you put a water bottle on the bike, it ruins the aerodynamics. What the shrouded mount does is basically lessen the angle that the air coming off the front wheel and the front of the bike hits the water bottle. If you put a water bottle onto a standard round tube road bike at 30 miles an hour, it will increase drag by approximately 16%. If you do it on the Litespeed C series, because this feature is on every frame, the drag only increases by 8%. It's a huge saving. Other aerodynamic features on the bike are the integrated seat mast, the aero seat stays, what we call aero logic. And again, wind tunnel testing shows that on average across all yaw angles up to 15%, at 30 miles an hour, this frame will save you 20.4 watts, which is the equivalent of putting a set of race wheels into the bike. It's a huge saving. Now, the 30 mile an hour figure sounds fast, not everybody rides at that speed, but if you're running at 20 miles an hour and you have a 10 mile an hour headwind, that's a 30 mile an hour wind tunnel effect. So it does work in real life conditions. The frame weighs approximately 1,000 grams in a medium large. It's an all-out race bike. It's a great piece of kit. Okay, what you're looking at now is the Litespeed C1. The Litespeed C1 is slightly different to the C1R in terms of the cable routing. We've gone for a full internal cable routing for the gears and also for the brake cables. The bike is also Dura-Ace Di2 Compatible. The frame's pre-drilled for an internal cable routing, and it's pre-drilled for battery mounts on the non-drive side chainstay. The bike comes, as you see it here, with a Dura-Ace build for $5,200 or with a SRAM Force build for $4,200. Full FSA carbon cockpit. The main difference between this and the C1R is the adjustable seat post. The C1R is an out-and-out race bike, but we realise that other people that buy our bikes want to travel with them. We also want to use the bikes in demo scenarios. So the adjustable seat post works like pretty much any other standard road frame, but it's aero. Unlike the C1R, you don't have to cut it down to size. If you cut your C1R too short, you make a mess of it, you can retrofit this seat pin into that frame as well, so it is dual purpose. I'll show you the Litespeed C3. Exactly the same frame design as the C1R and the C1, same mold shape, very, very, very aerodynamic, but an incredible value at $3,200 with a full Ultegra drivetrain, FSA BB30 crankset. BB30 appears on all of these frames. Again, adjustable seat post, physique saddle. I don't really think there's any other aero road bike on the market at $3,200 this year. It's a great bike.